Just 10 in the morning.
The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And as we continue to move toward the end of the year, some teams have already positioned themselves well for the playoffs. Kenny, what's their strategy moving?
It's game time in Phoenix as the crowds look to cheer on their hometown Suns. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the Dallas Mavericks.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
And how about, despite playing in front of a hostile crowd, they looked extremely comfortable executing their perimeter offense, and ultimately that keyed the win.
And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Luke Walton. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you.
Thank you, David. There are some teams out of the playoffs at this point of the season. What are those teams looking to see, you think, in the final games of the regular year?
You know what surprises me is for coaches, and you know this to be a fact, it doesn't matter what the score is. They are always evaluating you as a player. There is no, quote, garbage time in a coach's mind, because how hard are you working? Because to me, it's never about the score or the outcome. It's, am I playing with pride on every possession, particularly if you're a young player?
Great points. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles, Russell and Clarkson are the young backcourt pair. Mozgov is out there with Nance, and it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. Russell against Young. Tucker, the pass to Prez. Back to Tucker. Down low, Len. A beautiful reverse layup. Len's got the first points up on the board for the Suns.
And they get the first bucket.
Let's see if this gets their offense humming early on.
Nance a screen. Ingram kicks to Russell. The three-pointer no good. And it's Phoenix's ball. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
Well, I don't think it's overstatement to call that an embarrassing defensive effort. Shooters were wide open from everywhere.
Shot clock at 2. On its way from Dudley for two. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Who knows what happened there, but I'm sure the defense is aware they dodged a bullet.
And it's Russell missing. And so here's Phoenix. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
Here's Ingram. The Suns getting the bucket. Back to Mozgov. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Mozgov has made a living off of being active around the rim.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And Brandon Ingram, a 5-star recruit out of Kinston High School, he helped them win 4 straight North Carolina championships, the first time that had happened in the state's history. Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. So it's the Lakers now, following the score by Phoenix.
Surprised he didn't finish that, guys. Boy, that's one he completes all the time.
And Ingram mentored and coached by former NBA great Jerry Stackhouse.
And I wonder if Stack was a little disappointed that Ingram didn't end up becoming a Tar Heel, instead choosing the arch rival and going to Duke. A one and done there. It certainly has worked out pretty well for the young fella.
Here's Young following the bucket by the Lakers. He dishes it to Prez. Over in the corner, Dudley. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Tucker. Three-pointer. Nance gets the rebound. The Lakers trail. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And the 3-ball is good. Clarkson's got 5 now. The Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. To the inside. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that was definitely a play where he just seemed to not have a good...
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Taking a look at the Lakers. Ingram is out there with Nance. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's E in at the 5 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Wizards was terrific. He ended with 13 points and was effective from long range as well, with a number of threes. He was a big factor in helping his team continue to play well and ultimately come out ahead. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
It's become the expectation from this guy, not just the productivity, but the leadership.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Now here's Ingram, guarded by Tucker. Left side, Nance. In the corner, it's Ingram. Young with the steal. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lakers trail by 5. Pondexter kicks to Nance. Fades. And the Lakers with another miss. Suns have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. We've seen a lot of unhappy players leaving the Suns in recent seasons. Might be addition, Doris, by subtraction.
Well, Kevin, I don't know. The front office admitted that perhaps they'd made a mistake and should have held on to All-Star Isaiah Thomas, but chemistry is so critical. You need players pulling in the same direction, willing to make the team better. And hopefully, the change in personnel gets them back on track.
And the call will be against Prez.
I approve that steal.
That's his first foul.
Presidential pardon.
Some changes for the Lakers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Nance. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Quincy Pondexter. Here's Russell. Soft touch off the glass. Russell's got 8.
The inbound play paying off immediately. They knew exactly how they wanted to attack.
Over in the corner, Dudley. He feeds it to Prez. For the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Prez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. As you know, in the NBA, everybody knows everybody. But Prez has taken that phrase to heart. I don't think there's a single part of the league, guys he doesn't interact with.
I mean, he's certainly a social butterfly in that regard. But Prez is a very forthcoming guy, and he isn't afraid to reach out to another player or figure in the league. Not surprising he's so connected.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Tucker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. He dishes to Russell. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Clarkson. Down low. He doesn't hit that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now here's Dudley. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Prez, no good. LA has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now, here is Russell. He had 34 points in the win against Dallas. Pass to Clarkson. That's tipped. That'll do it for the first half. Phoenix ahead. They're up by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Keep it up, guys. We have some good momentum. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Just do what you've been doing, and it's smooth sailing. Let's go. Come on.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. The second half just about to get going here. It's been quite a game for Alex Len.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Something he rarely does, look for his own shot, but it was really effective in the first half.
Well, as broadcasters, we get a view that maybe some fans miss as to how hard these players work. You've talked about this a lot, Doris. Behind every shot, every play, every dribble, so many countless...
Oh, my. He's just getting nasty on him now, fellas.
Now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out the really slick moves. That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Russell against Young. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And here's a breakdown, taking a look at the last 5 games and the current season numbers of blocks and personal fouls for him.
And the blocks, of course, a big part of his contributions, and the clean blocks especially. And you can see he's been improving in that regard with the recent reduction in personal fouls as compared to blocks.
Phoenix leading by 10. Young passes to Prez. Now, here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. Young outside. To the middle. Here's Len. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Young against Russell. Dishes to Ingram. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Here's Mozgov. And the basket is good.
Mozgov just never gives up on the glass, right? He knows how to snatch boards and come up with the easy buckets.
There's the pick. And Tucker kicks to Young. Len with a screen on Russell. They get the rebound. Shoots the three. No good on that one. Lakers trail by 10. Here's Ingram. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Ingram's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes light up. His shooting is just out of this world.
And Dudley kicks to Len. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Yeah, that's the look you're working toward with your offense. Hurts when you don't hit it.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Well, you look at Brandon Ingram, and certainly a great body for the game of basketball. Here's Young. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Chandler a screen. Here's Prez. Another shot. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Lakers trail by 4. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Hands out there with Mozgov. Then it's Russell. Then it's Dang. And it's Ingram in at the 2 spot.
And that's just terrific positioning on his part to get that board. I mean, he might not have the size, but his basketball IQ and feel is off the charts.
So good on the catch and shoot. You don't want to let Knight get dialed in from behind the arc.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Jared Dudley's checked in for Chris, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Brandon Knight. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Young dishes to Prez. Out to the wing. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Deng. Mozgov with the steal. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closely. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Great anticipation, just a little late getting his hand in there.
Poked loose. Here's Russell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good. And so Russell hits them both. Suns leading by 5. Prez kicks it to Tucker. Over in the corner, Prez. The 3 connects from 3-point range.
And really can't fault the D there. Prez just torching them with better offense.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Off the screen. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, because of the size difference, that's probably not the one-on-one matchup they'd like to go to very often, but it worked that time.
Launches it. And the Suns get it back. Here's Prez. And it's off from 3-point range. Lakers trail by 6. Russell with it. And Young picks him up defensively. To the wing on the left. Clarkson kicks to Mozgov. Knocked away. Stolen by Tucker. And here's the fast break. Here's Young. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And even when Young gets knocked around, he keeps his cool, making these difficult baskets look relatively simple.
Russell kicks to Dang. Now the dish to Mozgov. again the Lakers.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And Dudley kicks to Young. To the inside, out left to the wing. And it's Jared Dudley with the three. And the Suns lead by 9.
Yeah, you can't afford to give up too many open looks from deep. Nice job offensively to recognize the opening and pick up the 3 points.
17-foot shot on the way. And it's Russell missing. Phoenix leading by 9. Out to the right wing. And Tucker kicks to Dudley. Feeds it to Young. Takes the 13-footer. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And Young is comfortable operating inside. When he gets that close to the hoop, the D has no chance.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of 87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objecting quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline?
I want you to understand something. When I'm walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. It's always good conversation, though. Poked away. Here's Clarkson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. No one near Prez as he lets it go. Another three for Phoenix.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Phoenix.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Young.
Well, you have to admire the defensive job he did. Showed how you can really change a game with your defense, and that helped propel their offense to me. Gave them a lot of key extra possessions to work with.
Dang passes to Nance. Out to Russell. The feed to Clarkson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Here's Young. Here's Prez. No good. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Hey, yo!
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on tonight. It'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Phoenix Suns.
We've got basketball action at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks, live on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual, and before the game.
Well, Kevin, his team is 0-2 against them.
Thanks, David. And here late in the regular season, teams vying for playoff position. Doris, the intensity has ramped up considerably.
Well, how about all those teams that are on what we would call in the college game the bubble?
Yes.
They're not quite definitively in the playoffs. The intensity is ratcheted up because no playoff position is guaranteed.
And I love the hustle. Every player with great intensity in their play.
Yeah, they'll put it all on the line at this point.
So fun. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Suns. Prez in at shooting guard. Len out there with Jared Dudley. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Young in at the point. On defense, Dallas. It's a three-point game. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
Williams kicks to Measury. Stolen by Len. And now Young running the floor all by himself.
What an astonishing slam. No one is getting in Young's way when he's flying to the hoop like that.
Outside Williams. Knocked loose. Barnes kicks to Matthews. Back to Barnes. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that time, also a missed shot. Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Prez dishes to Dudley. Pass to Prez. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Len sets a screen for Young. A nice shot by Tucker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Not a fast start for the Mavericks. Searching for their first points of the game. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. Outside Matthews. Outside Williams. Just 5 to shoot. From 12 feet out. Dallas no good that time either.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
And Darren Williams once in the conversation for the best point guards in the NBA. Doris, unfortunately, injuries have been a constant concern with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost some of that quickness that made that crossover so deadly. And he doesn't live in the lane punishing people with his frame like he did early, but he's still a master in the pick and roll. And when he's right, he can contribute at a very high level.
And for the Mavericks, Doris, some tough luck with injuries over the last few seasons, sapping their strength come playoff time.
I think, Kevin, they need everything to bounce their way to make a deep playoff run. They're hoping the basketball gods are a little more forgiving this time around.
The offensive rebound, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Dallas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
First free throw is good. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Williams. No good on the second free throw. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 12-1 run. And the dunk by Lin.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. This high-powered offense has been on display. They're
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
that aren't really there.
A different look for Dallas. Anderson, he's checked in for Powell. And Barea subbed in for Wesley Matthews. And then for Phoenix, Warren comes in for Jared Dudley. And it's Booker in for P.J. Tucker. Count that bucket.
Oh, wasting no time on that inbound play. Really heads up. Just caught the defenders napping.
And Young kicks to Booker. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. Here's Warren. Again, Phoenix.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Lynn against Warren. Outside, Lynn. Shoots. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
Well, I don't think it's overstatement to call that an embarrassing defensive effort. Shooters were wide open from everywhere.
Barnes kicks to Lynn. To the middle, poked loose, stolen by Len. Warren the pass to Young. It's rebounded by Dallas.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
He didn't look comfortable going up, but he knew it was a good look. Had to take it.
And here's Phoenix. They're on a 16-5 run here. Booker dishes to Young. Back to Booker, out left to the wing. Young outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Just 2 to shoot. Height for 3. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Barnes outside. From deep, Barea. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Boy, that was the perfect end to the period. You have no idea how much effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows. Jalen Williams checked in for Dallas. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Prez. He's in at shooting guard. E.J. Tucker is out there with Jared Dudley. Then there's Len, and it's Young in at the point guard. Shot clock at 6. Barnes kicks to Harris. From deep. Nice defense from Prez. Suns leading by 6.
Well, the former 5th overall pick out of Wisconsin back in 2004, Devin Harris, still effective as a slashing combo guard.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Lakers played an important role. He had 9 points and was effective from long range as well, with a number of threes. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
All right, thanks, David. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
He was maybe the most competitive guy on the court, and I hope he brings that same attitude, that same swagger tonight.
And Dudley kicks to Prez. He dishes it to Len. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Jared Dudley gets the 3. And the Suns lead by 9. And Harris, not much of a shooter. He's best, Doris, attacking the rim.
Yeah, Kev, I think we're talking about a long-limbed and athletic guy. And defensively, he can guard point guards and 2 guards. Good pickpocket as well. A lot to like here.
Ball's knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Lynn.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Phoenix leading by 9. Here's Tucker to the inside. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Justice Young, number 1. And, of course, Prez.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
And for so many players, the game of basketball is really a lifeline, whether to afford college or even beyond. And Doris, have you seen that aspect of the sport shape an individual's future?
No, I don't think there's any question. You can look up and down the NBA and every roster and know for a fact that the game of basketball has shaped the lives of these young men from the time they were in their earliest stages. I mean, for some, the game has been a lifesaver, no question about it.
Powell with the steal. Williams in the post. He's against Young. Lynn kicks to Powell. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
But they recover it. Here's Len on the money from 12 feet away. Len's got 8 points.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Williams with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's Lynn with the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Len's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Warren. He kicks to Prez. Now here's Len. Stolen by Anderson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the shot goes in. And now a 10-point Phoenix lead.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And here is Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn.
And when you look at the number of assists he had, you can tell how cognizant he was of wanting to involve his guys throughout the game.
And that does it for the first half of play. Suns lead by 10. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick, what's your analysis of how your defense is done?
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Listen up.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And now the third quarter about to get going. It's been quite a game for Alex Len.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, they could try fronting him or bringing a quick double team, but that, of course, creates other problems for your defense. It'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Williams runs point with Matthews to his side. Dwight Powell is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Mejri in at the 5 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And another young Canadian making a name for himself, Dwight Powell, the 45th pick in the 2014 draft. He played at Stanford and showing that he's, Doris, a player to watch.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, basically a throw-in that Rajon Rondo trade, but the 6'11", athletic big man has some shooting touch, and he just needs to fill out that frame so that he can absorb an 82-game schedule in the NBA.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. There's a screen by Williams. Down low, knocks it loose. Clock at 6, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Great anticipation, just a little late getting his hand in there.
J.J. Barea checked in for Dallas. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Harris comes in for Mejri. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Williams in for J.J. Barea.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lin, dropping it in the face of the D.
Passes it to Prez. Back to Young. Warren kicks to Len. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
It's amazing to me how consistently Rick Carlisle gets the best out of his talent. He makes the most of his players' strengths, masks their weaknesses as well as anybody can.
Mejri, he's checked in for Devin Harris. And the Suns also making a change. Dudley's checked in, and a wide open look for Lin. That 3 off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Mavericks trail by 10.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Yeah, they can make this the last possession of the quarter if they're smart about it.
Here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Barnes. Off target at the rim.
He needs to complete that opportunity. Really shocking he botched that one.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Phoenix ahead, up 10. And when we return, we'll get the Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep playing. Keep playing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Young with the ball. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Prez in a two-guard. Jared Dudley out there with Len. And it's Young, and it's Tucker in at the three. Connects from three-point range.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Mavericks shooting, not great, 40% for the game. Len kicks to Matthews. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Doris, just taking a look now at the players in the game, past and present. Who is or was the most exciting player for you to watch?
Boy, that's a lot. I mean, there's so many names, Kevin. I think Michael Jordan, because when it became a possession ball game down the stretch, everybody in the gym knew Michael was going to find a way to the basketball. I love the Showtime Lakers, so watching Magic run the break with James Worthy, that kind of extraordinary athlete out there. And in today's game, I don't know how you can not admire LeBron James. This is a once-in-a-generation type player. And then the other guy, obviously, Steph Curry. This guy is changing the very definition of what is being defined as a quality shot. And I think Steph is going to change the next generation of basketball players.
What are they doing? What are they seeing? What they do now, translate into how the game is, in your words, going to change?
Well, I think, obviously, we see that dynamic pregame warm-up for Steph Curry where he's dribbling two balls and he's doing all sorts of magical things. And I think you could look at any playground around the United States or any practice at this point, and you're going to see a full generation of players now thinking 35-foot shots are the norm. I'm going to step across half court now, and I'm going to be able to shoot it with that kind of range. And to have the ability to make shots with defenders draped all over you. Sometimes Steph doesn't look at the rim. When he's taking those shots, you sit there and go, he wasn't looking. How did he make that shot?
Extraordinary. Len down low. He's against Measuring. The layup off target. Len kicks to Williams. To the left side wing. Then the pass to Measuring. Fires the three. Len grabs the board. Len's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Prez. Another shot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it three.
Hitting a high percentage of his shots. He's been a real catalyst for their success.
Phoenix making some changes. Devin Booker comes in for Prez. Mavericks trail by 10. Outside, Lynn dishes it to Barea. It's stolen by Prez. Here's Young. That's a great dunk.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Boy, it's like they were saving their energy. I think they knew they had no chance to slow down that break.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Suns.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Len.
Listen, he did quite a bit of work tonight, but I think his quick hands and getting those steals and disrupting plays was very impressive. Really big part of this win.
5 to shoot. Here's Young. The pass to Len. And that one, good.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, they're playing the right way. I mean, when you're increasing your lead, it means you're playing a better brand of basketball.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. That's That's going to send Jeremy Lin to the free throw line. So it's the Suns winning easily here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.